Hey, good morning or good afternoon, everybody.
Hello, hello. How's everyone?
Yeah, it's been a while, a couple
hmm
weeks I think since Billy and I have done a video, and she stopped by today, and we thought, well, today's a good time to
Yeah.
open up a video for discussion. And you know, we've had a lot of discussion, not only with Billy and I, but other people about the divine feminine. So I guess the first question that needs to be addressed is, what is the divine feminine? What do you mean when you say that? Is it just the feminine, the woman that we're talking about, or is we talking about the man? Is there divine feminine or masculine as well? So that opens up a very broad aspect for discussion and understanding. But I'd like to kind of, Billy and I were talking about the divine feminine to really define what it is. So, what do you think?
Um, yeah, you had a specific question. I personally, I kind of thought we were gearing towards kind of what people already know a little bit about the divine masculine, divine feminine energy. Like we know that it's a, oh, what is that word? It escapes me right now, but it's just an essence, like the essence of the masculine is the protector, the strength, it is that forward action energy. The feminine aspect, because this could be in the same person, right?
Right.
All of us have it to some degree. And then the feminine is the nurturer, the creation energy, creative. I was going to say creative, right? It's that, the emotional, yeah, the nurture that brings in the love and then combines it with, like we need both. We need the divine masculine and divine feminine in
I
perfect
agree.
balance. And the world's been wonky for a long time, right? Living in these patriarchal societies, right?
Yeah.
And right now, though, I believe we're at the Great Awakening. We're at that point where we're at the point of disclosure, full disclosure, to the point where it's going to be painful hearing what we hear. And you have to give a date for that. And where is today? We're at June 4th, 2024. Um, and so disclosure means hearing, all the secrets that have been kept from us. And what you and I know, because we've kind of had our ears and eyes open for a long time, is that we're going to find out we're like living in opposite land,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? And everything has been wired. And I'm talking from like a hypnotherapist point of view. We're all running on such programs. So it'll be shocking to hear what that, that's the opposite, but we were all kind of waking up and feeling it anyway.
Yeah.
But that whole big separation and opposite has been the agenda because God forbid people recognize who they are or begin to remember who they are and we begin to come back together, right?
Absolutely.
Because
Yeah.
creating that unity consciousness, that oneness is the magic, is what's going to create the peace. And what you and I like to go in is go deep. Well, what does that look like in the relationship
Right.
aspect with the true divine feminine? But I just wanted to say that because we're all running on old programs, and the masculine and the feminine have been so pushed separate.
Oh yeah.
It's disgusting. It's so sad,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
And we're both recognizing in the circles, because we're both coaches, and kind of right
Yeah.
doing these kind of things, and but we're passionate about it. It's like,
Yeah.
what? How do we change this? What's happening? So you had some great questions about how it hits the relationship part, the divine feminine and the divine masculine.
Yeah. And the thing is, we are all in relationships, whether we realize it or not. We're in a relationship with ourselves.
Oh yes.
We're in a relationship with, if you're in a family, with your family members, if you're in a marriage or a relationship, whatever, you're definitely in relationships in addition to the one with yourself. And I feel, and Billy and I have talked about this, where we got to be honest with ourselves, number one, because if we're not, we're just going to have chaos. in whatever type of relationship outside of ourselves that we're in, husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the case may be, family. And what's happening right now, and I'm sure you're seeing it as we are, we're at a time in our history of where people are, they're questioning a lot of things. Now, they've realized that they have been given misinformation. And so they are reevaluating our country, our friendships, our relationships. A lot of things are out there for us to look at. So, first and foremost, it is relationships. Get straight with yourself.
Yeah, it's this spiritual journey
It
that
is
we're
a
all
spiritual
on.
journey.
Yeah, what you're describing.
And that's really a whole nother topic.
Uh-huh.
But also get straight with whoever is significant in your life with. We talk about, people are out there forming new friendships. Some are forming relationships. They want to be in a relationship. Even entertaining the thought of being married, having children, whatever the case may be. But start with yourself. Then you got to ask the tough questions. Whoever you're with or considering, you first of all, you want the truth, and
Yeah, and are you willing to be the truth? So
well, that's excellent.
that
Are
you
are
receive
you
the truth.
willing to also be the truth, to
Authentic.
lay it out there as to who you are?
Be authentic.
And yeah, I get it. We're in society. We always don't want to create tension, and we don't want to. We want to be liked. I get it, but first and foremost, we got to be honest. And yes, you may make a statement or you have a belief or whatever where the other person doesn't agree with you. That's the way the world is. So, and I know I did it myself, and I'm sure most everybody has. We are not real. We kind of fudge around how we feel
Yeah.
about things so as not to upset somebody.
Yes, so it's that fear of that what you said, wanting to be accepted,
Yeah.
right? And it's the fear of judgment,
Right.
all those are all the programs that we're running on, right? So in a survival, even a relationship, the tendency of the ego self would then create these conversations or this image, because what you're describing, all I kept seeing is, okay, we put on our mask,
right?
But we're not being fully authentic, because our first thing is we're nervous. And even being nervous, what is that? It's like shutting off the flow of your true self, right? If you approach everything, flow in the spirit of who you are, being your authentic self, being love, just being it, and not even worried about what the other people, think,
yes,
or whatever, because they'll see you being authentic. They'll want to be authentic. You'll attract like a magnet. But yet, what are we doing? We're running off of old programs. I'm less than. I'm not good enough. Right? We were just talking earlier that the majority of women were the divine feminine. Has been squashed so much for centuries.
Oh yeah.
We don't even have to go into there. But what is the result? What are we dealing with right now?
Right.
And it's the feminine with that low self-esteem, and she'll look at another female, and the jealousy. Everything is a mirror, but we've been so taught to be up here, and that's a judgment zone. It's not even in your true self, your higher self, or guides, or the truth of who you are. But there's always this comparing. There's whatever. Those are old programs keeping you from knowing, feeling your true goddess self, your true being authentic, right? When you're happy, your vibration is the highest. That's when you're the most authentic, right?
Yeah.
But we're so afraid with the initial relationships and a fear of judgment that we put on these masks, we run on these programs, we give a whole nother persona to the person. Then we have to kind of think we have to live up to it. And before you know it, you get yourself in all a screwy situations.
Absolutely. And the question can be asked, very general question, how can you be your authentic self? And the answer is very easy. Follow your heart. Your heart is your guide. When you listen to your heart, and it's an intuitive process, but it's part of your character. It's who you are. You're authentic.
Can I add to
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Because I know what I'm feeling is like a lot of people hearing that and then triggering that, like it triggers stuff. And what does that look like being in your heart to be your authentic self? I, Years ago when I first heard that, and it kind of makes sense. I'm very science minded. Okay, molecules of energy. Yeah, I get that. You know how it functions. But how do I think from my heart? You know, we've all been programmed to think from here. Stop daydreaming. You know, that's bad. You know, you have to uh, whatever. They kept you up in the head. However, it's like what I did in the beginning. Like if that triggers something in you that's like stops you for a moment, like being in your heart, or I wear my heart on my sleeve, because a lot of people will say that,
Well, I
but
do.
they're still not always authentic. They're still that's still part of the story, even
Hmm.
right? A victim. You know, you're saying I'm a victim. I said it too for many years. Wait, I forgot the point I was gonna
Well,
make.
and from your heart, when you're speaking and
Yeah,
living from your heart.
yeah. What I had to do is physically, because I worked on physical things, it made sense more in picture. Is like take a breath. Oh, lift from the heart. Oh, like whatever I'm thinking, if it doesn't feel good, okay, well now I'm filtering, and it's just an imagination. Like it's not, like we make too much of all of this, and we try too hard. I notice people have a hard time with that. But if you take a breath, you're inviting the energy or any block you may have to it to let go.
Yeah.
You're repositioning yourself to, you're intending your body and your cells to now operate from your heart center. And so you do, right? You just do. And that's how you should enter every conversation with operating from here. And then you can't go wrong.
And when you are authentic with yourself, first of all, but with others, and not, you're authentic and you're honest, that's automatic connection to your heart. And regardless of what other people may think, when you're authentic, that's who you are. Then there's no guessing as to who you are. And it's not that everybody has to agree with you, they don't. But just be yourself. I remember my dad always said that to me as a kid growing up. Just be yourself. Whenever I would have doubts about it, he'd always come back with just be yourself. And he validated that for me.
That's that's what people want. That's
Yeah,
that's when they'll feel safe,
yeah,
because you're
yeah,
automatically opening your heart center, like that space, and you're willing. If you're willing to just be you, it inspires everyone that comes into contact to be them. And then before you know it, this is how we come together. There's no, apprehensions. No, everyone just having a good time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Billy and I, talking before this video, we want to do a series of videos on this. And so they may be shorter, but and it started when we said, I wrote this down, it's time for everybody to be authentic. Billy said those words this morning. And I thought, yes, ma'am, absolutely. It is time to be authentic. And so we talked about doing more videos. And we understand that we may be on the verge of some sensitive opinions that people may not agree with. But we're going to share them. We're going to share how we feel about things. And if people don't agree with us, that's fine. And we'd love to hear feedback on it. So, I mean, if you can put down in comments below the videos what you agree with and what you don't agree with, or suggestions, or your own experiences. We're trying to make this as interactive as we can. So we'll see where it goes. We're going to get into areas that are controversial.
Yeah. And the whole point too is being authentic is being 5D. We
Yes,
are at that paradigm
right.
where it is time for you to choose. If which way. If it's the fifth dimensional life is here. If we are here to create the new Earth, then it's time to
Yeah,
choose. And all these old programs and dysfunctions we can't take into that.
yeah,
So it'll be good if it spurs stuff within you because that's the stuff that needs to or wants to come up to be healed or transformed because you can't take it with you. Right?
You know, yes, absolutely, and we've talked about this. I feel that there is a new Earth, a new Earth of living, and maybe this physical planet that we're on, fine, and maybe something else. Who knows?
Yeah, it's here. It's just another. It's a
But
dimension.
again, it's going to be a change in energy. Everything is energy. I just on a little personal note, yesterday I have knee issues, and I went to a chiropractor who treats knee injuries and problems with vibrational sound. It's it's something that doesn't hurt. I mean, put it on your knee and it sends in sound waves. It's all vibration.
Everything.
And I had a little trouble wrapping my head around that. I'm thinking, what? That's going to help? Well, I'll be darned if it didn't help.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in one day, not saying I'm cured, but I recognize the importance of vibrational energy.
Energy. Everything's energy.
Yeah. So, and I think that's the way it is with all of us going forward, is to look within, share the love, share your heart, be authentic.
Yeah. Be willing to just
Be there to help. People need help and they need understanding. So
compassion.
we'll see where it goes, and I'm excited about it.
Okay, me too.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So until next time,
Yes.
we hope you have a great day. It's really nice down here in sunny Florida.
Don't rub it in. That's not nice.
Well, it's warm.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but it's warm. Better than shoveling snow.
Yes, it is.
So
Ditto.
anyway, so we'll see you again soon.
All right. Lots
All
of
right.
love.
Bye-bye.
Bye.